Hey folks, welcome back. He is a retired pastor in Lexington turned author.
Yeah, Father Larry Hehman is here with us today to talk about his latest book, The Word of God with a Twist. Thanks so much for being here.
Well, thank you for having me.
This is incredible. So you were just telling us, this is actually your
First
book.
book, yes.
Wow,
yes.
what made you decide to become an author?
Well, the story is I've been doing my homilies on YouTube for 6 years.
Yeah.
On Sunday homilies. And I also was down St. Paul's, and some gentleman came up to me, JR, and said, I like your homilies, why don't you write them up? I says, why don't you write them up? I'm retired. He said, I'll think about it. So he thought about it for about 9 months and never answered. So at Pax Christi, where I help out now, another gentleman said, I like your homilies, why don't you write them up? I said, why don't you write them up? I'm retired. I said, there's a guy down St. Paul's that wants to do this. You two do this. I'll help you.
Yeah.
And that's how it started.
Oh,
Very, very good.
I love that.
And then I asked him, we're not going to make any money on this, or we're going to make money and we're giving it all to charity, Catholic Action Center.
Very good.
And both agreed, and anybody who is associated with this book have given their time, and all the money from the book is going to Catholic Action Center.
Why
Wow.
are they such an important part for you, the Catholic Action Center?
Well, as I said at the very end of the book, or when I introduced, as far as I'm supposed to preach people not just to know the Word of God, but to try to live the Word of God, or to live Jesus, those people at Catholic Action Center live the Word of God more so than most anybody I know. And so I'm impressed.
They're great folks.
And I give them some of my own personal money because you get the biggest bang for your buck. All your money that you give, 97% goes to the Catholic Action Center and the poor people of Lexington.
Wow.
Father, I got to ask, and we don't want to give too much away, but what is the twist? We've got the
book,
Word of God with
The
a twist.
twist
It's
is
a good tease.
I'm a little bit different. And I meditate the scriptures and I calls them as I sees them.
Yeah.
And I tell what Jesus is saying to me in the New Testament, or God is saying to me in the Old Testament. And what I learned studying, I studied in Europe for 4 years, but I mean, so I had good education, but I say it my way with a twist. But here's what you don't know. The people listen to what I say with their own twists.
That's
Yes.
true.
I can give, I think, a decent homily to a group. 95% say that's wonderful. 5% they interpret it their way and they say, I'm going to write a letter to the bishop because you're a heretic.
Oh, no.
Well, as you say,
That's
I mean,
true.
we've got the Father Larry twist, and then the reader puts
Twist.
their
Absolutely.
twist on it as
Yeah.
well.
And if you do that sort of in the presence of God or with Jesus in your own heart, by reading those readings that we preach on Sunday,
Yes.
and then you decide and talk to Jesus or listen to Jesus, and then decide what it means to you. I'll tell you what it means to me. That's what that
This
is.
is really great. We're going to put all the information, if you are interested in picking up a copy of this book, on our website, WTVQ.com. Father, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you being here.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
Absolutely.